scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello. You. Welcome into another edition of Brantley's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all of you here. My God, today. You know, this morning we talked about Stephen A. Smith. He gave his response, and now Race Bane Tatum's live talking about Don Lemon's interview and the fact that a therapist is calling Race Bane Tatum a narcissist. But on top of all that, Race Bane Tatum wanted to donate to NABJ. I'm like, wait, National Association of Black Journalists, but yet you don't wake up black first. Why would you give money to a black organization when you don't wake up black first? My God, today, the delusions of grandeur that are going on upon the virtual world and in the real world. With that said, there are some delusions of grandeur with these housewives of Atlanta that we need to speak about. So let's talk about it, because higher is waiting. Those available. But either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down the psychotic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is, hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. Let's get to it, because part two. You know, sometimes I just wish that they would do like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, just get it all out. Because we're ready. Like the weekend, you know, everybody's going to be tuned in at the TV Friday night at 8, Saturday at 8, and Sunday at 8. I wish they would just do that, but of course, it's a TV mechanic of releasing on Sunday, right? And everybody get their commentary in all week, and then bam, with the next episode. So it just is what it is. But child, I told y'all part 2 and part 3 usually are the heaviest parts of any reunion. So we pick up after the last episode with the part 1. And Phaedra almost fainted at her first reunion. Cynthia Bailey is looking beautiful. And, you know, the question from Drew to Shamea is, why did you tell K. Michelle to not be friends with the other women in the group? And apparently Shamea had a separate conversation about something else. But here's the thing, right? Portia, I give Portia her credit. I saw Portia Williams on Entertainment Tonight on YouTube. She did a YouTube interview that made me like, you know what? I'm not a Portia fan, but I respect Portia. Because she says what needs to be said. She minds her business, and she is about her purpose. So Portia, not a fan, okay, but I respect you. Because you said what you needed to be said in that interview. Okay? Especially about somebody being a clown, which they are the right height to be a part. You know what? Now, Barnum and Bailey and Universal Soul Circus, those actually bring joy to children. We don't want children to see a travesty of mediocrity and a waste of life that should have been swallowed by our mother of Kelli for real. We don't need that, a circus. Good Lord, let's continue on. So, Portia feels like, you know, it's like you're picking at somebody. Especially on something that hurts them, right? And it feels like manipulation and isolation. And Shamea got so tense because Portia was telling the truth. I cannot tell you how many videos I saw today on YouTube. Because here's the thing, I try my very best not to watch other reviews. Y'all know reviews and recaps. That's my homegirl. Love her very much. Sometimes I'm over there to support her, but I'm always supporting the background. But I try not to watch anybody else's reviews because, you want your own independent thought, right? But when I tell you, shamea popped up on all my notifications today about how much she was a liar and cheat, and she also should have been swallowed by her mother. Okay. I'm just like, you know what? Kelli and Shamea can go. I'm done with them. Off with their heads. Socially, of course. Oh, we gotta be quicker than that. Sincerely, like, Shamea got upset by being called a lapdog. And Kelli has lapdog tendencies because this whole time it's like, hold on one second. Here's a ball gag, just and a muzzle. That's what Kelli needed. She needed a ball gag in her mouth and a muzzle over her face because my gosh, she was annoying. Jesus. Okay. Let's continue. You're going to understand why I said she needed a ball gag and muzzle over her mouth in just a little bit. So, Shamea asked for loyalty. And child, listen, if you got asked for loyalty from somebody, child, that should let you know how bad you are as a person. Because if you're a good person, you shouldn't have to ask for loyalty. Your behavior will showcase that they should give you loyalty. Like, what the hell? So apparently there was an off-camera event that happened where Shamea looked into K. Michelle's face, with different moments and stuff like that. And this was about a week ago, and asked questions, and Shamea asked K. Michelle questions like she was going to change her mind, right? And, Kelli said she don't want no part of it. Shout out to Lalo Tequila. You don't want no part of it. But yet you can chime in like the chihuahua that you are and comment on everybody else's ish. But yet you don't want to be a part of it. Okay, child. Ooh, these housewives, you need some tequila, child. Cause what the hell? So it was a dinner. It was heated. And she said things occurred. It's occurred. It's occurred. It's occurred. Okay? Occurred. Starts with an O. Okay? I don't know if you went to the same school that Uncle Wanda went to school 3 days a week for, but it sounds like you went to that school. But it's occurred. Okay? Not occurred. Anyway. And child, the situation was just so crazy. So basically it was just different little, different details that really should not have been a big deal of. My mom had on this, but she didn't have on that, And, K. Michelle said, WTF. And she hit the table of, stop all that lying. And Shamea says that K. Michelle was in Shamea's face like, you know what? I'll beat your ass down, child. I don't advocate for violence, but I do advocate for justice. And it's just like Shamea tried to paint herself as very cutesy, very mindful, very demure. But child, she is like Stormy Still. You know how she was bandaged up and stuff? And she said, I got flowers from everyone. Well, it was really flowers that she sent for herself, okay, to look like somebody sent all those flowers to her when nobody sent her flowers, okay? But it was just so bad. And Angela clocked in and said, K. Michelle is done with Shamea's lying. And Shamea got big mad at Angela. It's like, child, This is on you. You are on the show. You try to get on to Cynthia Bailey about her being a friend, about her, and her peach stash. But y'all, she's been around. Let me tell you something. If you put Cynthia Bailey in a circle and you put Shamea Morangi in a circle and you ask men and women who they want today, Cynthia Bailey will be tackled down to the ground and nobody will step in Shamea's circle. Stop this lying. Stop this deceit and stop this treachery. Okay? No, if the world needed to be repopulated, nobody would procreate with Shamea or Kelli. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop, and y'all need to stop today. Okay? I mean, Portia can get before Kelli. Let's not do this. What we talking about? Jesus. Looking like a rejected oyster. Oh, God, today. I can't do it. So moving on. So apparently Shamea's mom was in a white suit and calling Portia a Jezebel. And my thing is, how can you call somebody else a Jezebel when, child, your daughter is always in everybody else's business trying to stir up the pot? A Jezebel does not have to be just a woman who's just 3 or 4 and around. A Jezebel can be stirring up trouble as well with lies, deceit, and treachery. So shut the fuck up, Shamea's mother, okay? Disrespectfully. And let me tell you something. I don't want to hear Braylon that is an elder that I don't give a damn uckerish. That is not to say I don't respect my elders. I do. I respect the elders that actually stand for something. I stand for elders that don't throw away people when that person didn't do nothing to them. I respect elders that don't pussy pop or dick pop backwards and saying, well, the old so-and-so is back after you said, well, I've been trying to get off this something for a whole year. They ain't going to use the logic of, well, since everybody else is doing, so should I. Okay, John. When it is round 2 of coleslaw versus everybody else, I don't want to hear shit about your mental health. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it. Let me play you a sad song on the world's smallest violin when that happens, okay? Good damn. I just don't get it. I mean, that's like Hadestown the musical. And Hades gives you a chance to leave Hadestown, right? And the leading man turns around and she goes back down to Hadestown forever. And all you had to do was just keep looking forward. But then again, Hades, as a side note, you are a piece of shit bastard. Because they did make it back, right? And they made it back into town, and that was unfair, Hades, okay? All right, just want to say, if you haven't seen Hadestown, the musical, please go see it. One of the best musicals of all time. It has actually made more money than Hamilton in theaters. How about that? So then there's Yo Mama, da 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 da. This, that, third, blase. Child. And by the way, we're going to talk about one of the housewives here a little bit later on. Child, she could be a Lee, the way she's looking. And I'll give my take on that later. And some media news about the housewives. We're going to talk about that too. We got a whole lot to talk about, a whole lot to get through, but let's continue on with our conversation here. So K. Michelle said, I'm always open to try again and start over. It will still be around Shamea, but she has shown she is not trustworthy. I'm sorry, what? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you stay around somebody who ain't trustworthy? I'm sorry, what? No. No and no. No, K. Michelle. K. Michelle, you actually have a career. Shamea doesn't. Shamea only became a peach because of association, not because she stands for anything. Okay? All right, moving on. So then Kelli, the chihuahua that needs a ball gag and a muzzle over her face and really needs to be put the fuck down. Socially, of course. Oh, you gotta be quicker than that. Said, you don't need the noise from the other sofa, child. Not you calling another sofa noise when you make the biggest noise out of the bunch. Then Angela says, it's a back and forth with Kelli, all the ladies, but Angela says, you're going to lose the restaurant that Drew didn't visit to Kelli. Now, Kelly's like, what are you talking about? Now, Kelli, last time you did this, right? It was about Gary. He said, who's Gary? Shout out to Diana Rose. She showed who Gary was and that you lost in court. So I really think you should keep your motherfucking ass shut. All right? Okay. And Kelli tried, Phaedra. I'm like, child, Phaedra is known. Phaedra is beloved by everybody. You mess with Phaedra, you got personal problems that ain't ever gonna be resolved, right? And Kelli said to Drew sell your wigs, but I'm like, Drew is more known, right? And I want to bring up Drew Sidora. So there was some news, right? It's this movie called Twin, right? Because, Kelli tried to shade Drew, right? And I want y'all to see this here, right? Right here. Let me show y'all. Because I don't like people who try to knock somebody else down when they can't ever get their own self back up, right? So I want y'all to see this right here, right? Let me zoom in. Big win for Drew Sidora. Her new to-be film twin, not twin. Oops, sorry, y'all. Right here. Where is it? Damn it. I gotta zoom out. Gotta zoom in. Okay, right here. Big win for Drew Sidora. Her new to-be film has become one of the most watched movies on the platform, hitting over 145 million minutes viewed, breaking records and topping the charts. I don't think that Kelli will ever have the mental capacity, the emotional capacity, or the vaginal tissue to even reach 1 million minutes viewed on anything she does. All right? Okay? Moving on. You're not going to tear down somebody because you can't build yourself up to be somebody. You're not going to tear down somebody because you can't build yourself up to be somebody. You're not going to tear down somebody because you cannot build yourself up to be fucking somebody. Okay? Sorry to your mother who should have swallowed you whole. Okay? Moving on. I don't like bullying. I just don't. I don't. And for those of you going to say that me saying that Kelli and Shamea should have been swallowed by the mothers, listen, it's called freedom of speech. I'm talking about what's on the show. What? Y'all looking like this. Y'all looking like Jerry right now. And then, right here, I'm not going to lift up my shirt, y'all, but here's Jerry right there getting away with it. Minding his own business. You know why Tom has to chase Jerry? Because Jerry's always 10 steps ahead. Kelli and Shamea are Tom. And Angela and Drew and Portia and Phaedra, they're Jerry. And Kelli, you know what? You could date DJ PDF. I'm sorry, he's not actual DJ. Let me stop. You could date PDF for dividends. He needs somebody. Because I don't think Daphne Joy and him are actually going to work out, child. My God, I still can't believe that relationship. Can you believe that? Like Daphne Joy was with PD, a user, and everything in between, who was trying to, you know, up his release date because he don't want to take responsibility. And then Daphne Joy goes to date a PDF file. I mean, my good goddamn today. That's a damn shame. But Kelly, since you don't care about responsibility, neither does PDF Endemics. Y'all two should try something. Anyway, John, you know what? Maybe Daphne Joy doesn't mind being a sister wife. Maybe you could be a sister wife with PDF Endemics. Daphne Joy, PDF Endemics, and Kelly Farrell. There you go. Don't ever say I don't help black people. Moving on. So after all that, we have Cynthia. She's there, and you know her relationship with the prince is going well. And apparently, Cynthia was singing on a song, and you know the Peach Life during the mid-season trailer. That was Cynthia. I had no idea. And you know, I looked at two ways. Like, you know what, Cynthia, you tried, but I was doing like because it was a little bit cringy. But as I heard the beat, the Peach Life. Like, here's the thing about Cynthia: she finds her groove and she drives in it. Right? She doesn't try to be something that she's not. Kelly and Shamea, um, and Pinky at this point too, child. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The only woman I really respect on that other side of the couch is K Michelle. Clock that T. Now, with that said, I thought it was a great break from everything because it did seem to get heavy, right? And so with Pinky, she's almost at the finish line with that, and she says the U.S. bankruptcy is a tool. And Phaedra talked about African American investors and how they lost money, this, that, and the third. And she's like, I have more white than black. But I think Pinky missed the point, right? Because I don't know Pinky Cole, nor do I have to know her, okay? But if somebody, let's just say somebody else was going through the same thing that you were going through, and they lost money that you actually needed, you would be feeling the way Phaedra would be feeling. I can't hear nobody. I can't hear nobody. I cannot hear nobody. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Just keeping it up, but moving on. So, you know, bankruptcy, you know, it should not be glorified as a tool. Like Lisa Ray McCoy, she came out recently and said, oh, yeah, Miami spin that ish. I don't glorify that. I give Lisa Ray McCoy love, grace, and space because she actually gives a fuck about it. When you hear Lisa Ray McCoy's name, people stand up at attention. People actually want to be around her. And not to mention, too, if the laser beam was on the globe, fate of the world was on the line, and we had to choose between Young Miami and Lisa Ray McCoy, and one of them had to die. Send up Young Miami to die. We'll keep Lisa Ray McCoy. It's the facts. It's the facts. It's the facts. This ain't personal. It's not personal at all. It is who will actually help us after it's all over. And Lisa Ray McCoy, she seems to have a brain that works, and she is competent in who she is, and she carries herself well. Because, like I said, Fawcett Media's chat today, by the way, shout out to Fawcett Media. Love that person so much. Great content, great individual. That seems like great energy comes from them. Young Miami wouldn't piss on y'all to save y'all if y'all were on fire. Okay? And her dude who did all that shit is in jail. The only reason why she has a career is because of her pimp. That's in jail. That's the only reason why she has a career. The next Oprah Winfrey, please, I will have a higher chance of being a sex slave to Jill Scott. Okay. Then Young Miami being the next Oprah. And I want to put context on that, right? Sex trafficking is not cool. It's not right. It's very disrespectful. As y'all know, there's a thing called nymphomaniacs, okay? And there are people who, you know, they're a slave to the rhythm in role play, okay? So listen. All right? So maybe not the best context, but I do respect pain and strife and tragedy and, you know, just what people go through. And the iniquities that people try their best to overcome. So just to let y'all know, when I say that statement is not to negate anybody who has been sex trafficked, abused, this, that, or the third in any shape, form, or fashion. Understand? But there's a higher chance for me to be serving Jill Scott than for Young Miami to ever be Oprah, the next Oprah Winfrey child. Moving on. So after all of that, Phaedra said, radioactive burgers. I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this with you today. Return of the Mac and Cheetos. Look at this. By the way, one of the greatest commercials of all time. Okay. All right. Let's move on, right? And Angela said it can come across hypocritical of when you lose money, you lost their money. And I think Angela is making a very good point, right? Because everybody who has created an avenue for themselves to be free, they deserve to have that freedom. If they worked hard for it, they didn't cheat nobody, they did try to do the most to get ahead, they deserve to have that freedom, right? And Portia says, the only thing I think was lost is that you lost other people's money. I know it hurts, but that's a part of the process, right? And K. Michelle said, I have sat up with Pinky when she's cried at night, right? And Kelly said, you turned it into a lesson. And then she tried to get on to Kelly tried to get on to Angela about that she, tried to file for bankruptcy this season. And then she said, calm down, Bigfoot. You know what? At least Angela can reach the shelf. And Sweetie, Honey Peaches, everything in between, all around war, Angela looks better than your mother. Because you know how they say, if you want to see how somebody's going to age, look at the mother. Moving on. Angela looks better than Kelly's mama. What of it? And by the way, Bigfoot, really? You saw what happened with Nicki Minaj when she tried to do a Bigfoot track? She fell flat on her fake ass. Kelly Farrell. Ooh, my God. So Cynthia said, what was confusing Pinky is, are you good or are you not good? And, Phaedra said, we don't have to turn tax returns for this job. And said, well, maybe we should check some bank accounts. I'm like, you were shady to Shinshaw with that comment, but I got it. Very well done. So then we get to Pinky, right? Pinky's personal home is not, surrounded, right? But the other homes are upside down. So Pinky spends $8 on gas and $300 for childcare, right? And she had $6,000 in her bank account. Kelly, the same heifer that tried to get into everybody else's business, was the reason behind Mika. Your best friend, Pinky, threw you under the bus. Okay? It was like, oh my God, I am so sorry. Pinky, you should have dragged her by her vaginal tissue up to the rafters and then let her fall, and wherever she fell, let the chips fall where they may. You get upset with other people, but yet she almost maligned your reputation. I don't understand the goalpost moving. I don't. And so it was a personalized menu for Pinky, and Shamea also misspoke as well. Wow, Shamea, you owning up to something. Look at you. Ain't gonna last long, but look at you, though. My God. And then, Pinky saying that, Phaedra is eating on cadavers and this, that, third. She said that she was not going to apologize to Phaedra. No, you should have. You should have, because Kelly almost maligned, like I said, your reputation over you eating meat. But you don't say this woman is eating dead people? What the hell? See, this is why sometimes you just need the right person to say what needs to be said. I would have said all this shit to the ladies. I would not have given a fuck. What? I wouldn't. You think Kelly Farrell gonna do something, Brandon Lee? You think her little pint-sized munchkin, oompa loompa, reject looking bitch ass is gonna do something, Brandon Lee? Now, for those of you who think, oh, bro, you gonna nuck if you bug out? What? No. But child, there's a line coming up that I feel about Kelly. Okay, I will say this, right? Kelly Farrell thinks she's Scar when Angela is Simba. And Angela knows all of Scar's tea. Y'all saw what happened to Scar at the end of the Lion King. Okay. All right. Moving on. Team Angela over here. So after all that, apparently Phaedra called the higher ups, overprotected herself about a significant device. Don't know what that was. And, Pinky said that, Phaedra, tried to, do the most. And he said, listen, I know this woman for many years. If she wanted to make it something, she would call me or someone in New York. And Pinky didn't expect that Phaedra would get support from Andy like that. Okay. And, they have moved on apparently. And Angela said Pinky is mature. Pinky mature? Pinky mature. Pinky mature. Her friend group is Shamea, Kelli, and K. Michelle. Now, I'm saying that's her friend group. Leave K. Michelle out of it. You got Shamea and Kelli as your friends. And she's mature. Okay. You are the people who you hang around. Moving on. So a viewer asked a good question of why wasn't Derek the first to know? Why didn't you take the money? So that company dissolved that Derek will be given the $5 million to. The project, Something Wood is going to be picked up, is going to get picked up by a big number, but it's not done yet. And there was a question about the casting call, right? And it's called cattle call. Cattle call pretty much means an open casting call. You stand in line, all that stuff. And, Pinky called Angela cattle, right? But child, Angela, if I had to choose between Pinky and Angela, I'm laying down for Angela. What the fuck is wrong with you? And pancakes are supposed to be thick. You don't get to call yourself a pancake booty and you ain't got no ass. Even Phaedra said that you ain't got no ass. I remember one season. Say, we gotta do something about this ass because you ain't got one. Me and Phaedra both went to Thickalicious University, damn it. We've sat in many classes together. It may have been an after-hour session in her office. That's neither here nor there. Moving on. So I'm beautiful, And then, like I said, Drew talked about, all the things that she's been in. She's been on, ABC and this, that, third, and talked about 2 movies. And like I said, 145 million minutes viewed for Twin, Kelly. Let's see you do a 5th core, half of that, but you can't, you won't, and you never will. Okay? All right? Okay. I don't get it. You fight neighbors. You ain't got your bankruptcy. You can't pay people back. Because that young lady who whooped your ass in court for $16,000, you had to pay Gary. Try to get on Britt Edie. And you know what? Here's the thing, y'all. You cannot tell people when they should release information. So I'm still team Britt. Because Kenya Revenge P. Moore tried to do what she could. And Miss USA, if you bring Kenya Moore on that show, y'all be a fucking ashamed of yourselves. You're going to have somebody that did Revenge P hosting Miss America. Yep. I don't know. You motherfucking lie. But anyway, that's a separate issue. But the fact that Kelly tried to get on to Britt Edie will be fine. Everybody loves a redemption story. Kelly Farrell with all this shit? You think you ain't gonna work with Kelly Farrell after this? She went on a fraud's show fraudality with the prince, Carlos Prince, okay? And said she set the standard. Said who? Without Nene Leakes, there wouldn't be a Kelly for Red. Child, but anyway, we talk about Scotland and how that Pinky munched on some carpet. And she said, well, the lesbian relationship is fun for 3 weeks, but then it gets crazy because they get too clingy and then they bring in the U-Haul. And then a U-Haul lesbian came up. And Kelly had that much of a funny moment. So then backstage, Kelly says, I have daughters this, that, and the third. It's not fair to my daughters. But Portia said, what about my daughters? I think that's fair, right? So Portia took a lie detector test about did she lie about the married man, and she has the results and everything. So then we get to the married men segment of it all, right? So Angela knows George because George is Angela's neighbor. Shamea knows George because of her two group activities with George and his co-workers. George's co-workers. So George is always with Ashley. Oh, I love what we do over here. I really do. So anyway, Drew said that Angela was vindicated because there were a lot of things twisted. But basically, George just say, well, I did joke about, me, paying for Shamea. So, no, I'm with Drew. That was vindicated. Y'all don't know how anybody could vindicate y'all, so y'all gonna judge Drew for standing up for somebody. And Kelly, being a chihuahua, right, went too far and everything in between, talking about Angela. And Angela said, my husband puts me in rooms, your husband puts you in courtrooms. Clocked that motherfucking tape. And then Kelly tried to talk about her husband. I'm like, do you not know who the fuck you married? I mean, I'm not Denzel Washington, right? I'm more of a Michael Strahan. Yes, indeed. But, sweetheart, Charles, I bet you Charles' DMs will be more open before your ex-husband's DMs are open. The fuck wrong with you? Moving on. You can never win when you play dirty. Shout out to the Nene Leakes. So Pinky to Angela, have you forgiven Portia, right? And Portia said, Angela said that Portia's responsibility to move forward, and then they will always get moved because of how people bring up Charles, right? And Shamea to Angela, Shamea said, are you trying to get her kicked out of the Hawks Arena like they got kicked out of the Knicks Arena? Child, you really were desperate for anybody to see you, hear you, or embrace you. That was a damn shame. Damn shame. Damn shame. And then, victim or bully? Child, Angela, you need to make a line of some of the things you say, okay? Listen, and just wear it. And Shamea, you better not say fucking shit, okay? Because you go out here and do a failure of a rum line, right? And be a failure in business and everything in between, somebody should be able to be successful, okay? All right, moving on. So then there was a cease and desist of give up the source of shut up. Here's the thing. You have said things about her husband. She got the right to say what she wants to. All is fair in love and war. And Portia said there was zero accountability because Kelly talked about the secret baby, right? And Shamea talked about the woman in New York and in the streets. And you kept throwing me under the bus, Portia to Shamea. And here's the thing. Shamea doesn't like anybody clocking her. She doesn't. I can tell she was a tyrant as a child. I am so sorry to all her childhood friends. I am sorry to her family members. Like, for y'all put up with that, Jesus Christ. Thank God she's not my sister. Oh, Lord. So Shamea apologized, Angela apologized, but she also believes her source. Like, people got the right to feel how they want to feel, right? And Kelly and Portia, the hot chili cheese Frito pussy versus platinum puss. And, Portia said the one that my partners like. And Kelly was like, if you gonna take that platinum puss over there and die, because Portia said that you wanted it at one time. Kelly, you have been drunk off your ass many times before. You haven't been as bad as Karen Huger, but Karen Huger, we love her. Kelly, for real, nobody gives a fuck about you. You are like if Robin Dixon had a fucking dick and fuck Giselle, that would be their child, Kelly Farrell. Moving on. So then we get to Kelly Farrell and the Married Pastor, and Portia read a text to the friend's phone, and Kelly, did the same thing to Portia about accusing her of sleeping with somebody married. So Portia took a lie detector test, and the results are in. Portia passed. Drew was there as a witness, and Phaedra said, things were always admissible in court. And Portia said, in the world of the Real Housewives, it's permissible. It's admissible in court, right? In this court. And Kelly was, dealt with people DMing the pastors, and this person is a client of Phaedra's, right? Now, Phaedra took the high road and said, listen, this is a client of mine, but also not only did she take the high road in terms of how she, talked about, because there are ways to talk about without really talking about, but Phaedra was really trying to protect, Kelly Farrell. So Kelly talked about Phaedra, and she said, why protect the cheating man? And then Kelly said, you're protecting the person that also got you fired last time. And Portia said, good job, fan. I'm like, like I said, I respect you, Portia. I'm not a fan, but I respect you, though, because I'm just like, child, that happened, and everybody got retribution, rightfully so. And guess what? The higher-ups want Phaedra back. Let's see if you go away for a length of time and see if anybody calls your ass, Kelly Farrell. That will never happen. Okay, if you lose this job, you lose the job. What? So then, of course, the man in the kitchen. Kelly said the man's name. Claudia Jordan said the name that apparently both Phaedra and Kelly dated. And apparently Shamea was with somebody at BET Awards weekend as well, because Shamea, once again, being a lapdog for Kelly, tried to jump in there. Okay, all right. And Portia, and the question gets asked to Portia, where do we go from here? And Portia said, hell. And Phaedra said, why are we going to hell? It's hot. So then we have in the preview Amari and Angela. And Shamea said, I never confided in Kelly about things that's been shared with me about Portia. That's a fucking lie. And apparently a text message about Portia. So that is your Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17, part 2 of the reunion after show. Now, of course, I'm going to bring up something here. Give me 1 minute, everybody, if you could. Because I definitely want to talk about these two things with y'all. We're going to talk about this thing, then we want to talk about Housewives. Okay, so 1 moment, please. All right, here we go. Let's do this one first. Now, this is MediaTakeout.com, so Neil hates that, but we're just out here, right? So, Atlanta Housewives reunion receives lowest ratings ever. Bravo and Panic, allegedly. Bravo in full panic over Roa reunion ratings. Season 17 hits a historic low. Executives scramble as massive cash shakeup is guaranteed for next season. Guaranteed. So that means whatever or nobody try to text somebody to stop somebody's bag ain't happening, because here's the thing that waste of life also should have been swallowed by his mother as well, has to understand. The people at Bravo have the power. You have nothing. Like I said, for somebody who wrote a song called Leave Me Alone and wrote a children's book called I Get Bullied Too, and I'm telling you have done the telling and that you're the bully, you really are a piece of shit. And not to mention, too, you were going to post LDMC's medical information all over the internet, but you said, I've changed since that third, but yet you try to stop somebody's back. Okay, Chuck. Honey, clear off your time. Oh, and let's not forget. Oh my God, people are scared. I'm scared, rather. I'm scared. I'm anxious. Da da da. But yet you killed somebody, motherfucker. Moving on. Honey, clear off your timelines and hold on to your couches because the crown jewel Bravo real estate is officially crumbling in live ratings. When you take out can confirm that the live viewership numbers of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17 for you and honey, they are downright captured. By the way, motherfucker, if what I'm saying ain't true, don't respond. But if you do respond to me, it must be true about your chances some damn degree. Moving on. When Andy Cohen and the Peaches gathered on the couch for episode 18, executives were praying for a major rating spike. Instead, the broadcast pulled in a microscopic 0.561 million live viewers with a dismal rank of 0.11 in the key 18 to 49 demographic, marking the lowest ranked for a reunion episode in the entire history of the Housewives. That's good. Wow, this website is still around. Amazing. Let me see. Because I'm assuming that would be what 561,000 people, right, who watched Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm assuming. And by the way, when is King's Court and Queen's Court coming back? Because I'm ready. Hell, Will Packer, I need an update. I actually like that show. Okay, so TVDs is still up, but they haven't posted in so long, child. So, but anyway, let's continue on. So there it is. There, 561,000 total viewers there. Inside the rings, no dive. Once the dominant reigns juggernaut that pulled in 3 to 4 million live viewers during its golden era, Roa has been fighting an uphill battle all season long. And we have heard that I believe Cynthia Bailey is back for season 18 and Portia Wolf is back for season 18. From peak to valley, season 17 kicked off in April 2026 with promising numbers, over 700,000 live viewers, but as the leech that on live viewership plummeted straight into the 400,000 to 500,000 range. Reunion flop. Historically, Housewives reunions bring in massive ratings bumps as fans tune in for the final accountability sessions. Well, some people take accountability more than others, but that's there. Team Part 1 flatline at a 0.11 demo ratings and shockwaves straight through the executive suites at NBC Universal. Maybe they should have kept some of the other networks instead of spinning them off into person. But hey, that's just me. What do I know, though, right? I just talk about media culture, entertainment, all that. Anyway, shifting to stream while network PR reps, public relations reps will inevitably point to Peacock streaming catches, live cable metrics that say ad revenue, and these numbers are making advertisers sweat profusely. Bravo executives in a tailspin, cash shakeup imminent. Before the reunion air, production chatter suggested Bravo was hoping to keep the core group intact while making minor tweaks around the edges. But these record low numbers have those plans have thrown those plans completely into the trash. Out with the old insiders reveal. Executives are now convinced that rely heavily on nostalgia, bringing back Portia Williams and Phaedra Parks alongside veterans like Drew Stewart and Cynthia Bailey. Failed to keep audiences hooked. Fresh features needed. Production is reportedly preparing to swing the chopping block hard before season 18 camera. Shamea and Kelli, come off! Come off! Cut them the fuck off! And go ahead and throw Pinky out there too. Anyway, moving on. New additions like K. Michelle Pico and Temporary Buzz, but executives are now auditing every single couch slot to determine who brings actual value. The fans speak, the drama feels too still and contrived. Ooh, not Carlos King energy, my God. Over on Twitter and Reddit, longtime fans are holding back about why they turned off their TVs. Repetitive feuds, audiences complain that season 17 felt like watching the same argument on a loop week after week. Is that like the show that's coming back on September 12th? I think it is. Moving on. Endless accusations, social media back and forth, and petty house disputes without real authentic friendships. Call for a complete reboot. A growing fraction of the fandom is now demanding Bravo pull a Roni-style complete overhaul, arguing the franchise need entirely new slate of real Atlanta socialites rather than recycle reality TV tropes. Whether Andy Cohen decides to axe half the couch or rebuild from scratch, one thing is crystal clear: Atlanta needs a serious miracle to get its spark back. What do you think about the record low Royal reunion ratings? Who needs to be fired? Kelli, Shamea, Pinky. Yep, that's about it. And who should stay for season 18? Everybody else. Let's talk about the comments below. So, with that said, let's talk about Housewives, shall we? Also, from MediaTakeout.com. Everybody, here we go. Drew Sidora, everybody. Yes, indeed. There. All right, here we go. Atlanta housewife. Drew Sidora unveils surgically enhanced body. Drew Sidora shows off her surgically enhanced post-divorce by Rose Star unveils lipo 360 results. Internet debate snap waist and post-op healing details. Honey, clear off your timelines and grab your fajas. I think I'm gonna say fupas, but anyway. Because the Real Housewives of Atlanta star Drew Sidora is officially stepping back into her single era snap. Sorry. There we go. All right, y'all. Here we go. One more time. All right. Honey, clear off your timelines and grab your fupas. I'm going to say fupas because I don't do fajas. That's the word there they were trying to use. Because Real Housewives of Atlanta star Drew Sidora is officially stepping back into her single era snapback, and she isn't keeping any secrets about how she died. As she continues finalizing her. Sorry. Oh, Cam Halfwood. Interesting. All right, my bad. Just saw a new book there. As she continues finalizing her messy high-profile divorce from ex-husband Ralph Pittman, the 41-year-old actress and reality star took to social media to debut her brand new surgically sculpted body. We partnered with Atlanta's Leah Aesthetics to undergo a lipo 360 procedure to face. She was ready to fine-tune her physique after the previous mommy makeover did give her quite the hourglass frame she was looking for. And here's the thing, right? There's nothing wrong with getting things enhanced, right? If you're doing a legal fat transfer where you have actual fat that can boost your dunk up and it's not concrete like Hey Michelle's leaky booty. Listen, okay, you did say it was leaking, okay? I still have love for you, but the facts. All right, moving on. So here she is here, okay? Now listen, we're not going to pretend that Drew Sidora is not a fine woman, okay? Listen. If I was Drew Sidora's husband, I'm hanging this picture up in my office. It's going to be like right upon here. Desk is here, right above there. It's going to be on the mantle. Actually, you know what? I'll buy her different sets, okay? We'll just do one for each month, and we'll just have 12 different ones. Well, actually, no, 12 different ones. A little bit exaggerated. But I would at least have one on the mantle and in my office. Listen. As long as all the fat's real, who gives a fuck? Everybody does something to themselves anyhow. You know what I mean? So, moving on. The Mommy Makeover 2.0 Drew documents recovery stiff. Having high Photoshop like Kelli would do, and definitely Pinky because she got pancake ass. I'm sorry, ass when she has some, so it would be a pancake booty. But moving on. Instead of having high Photoshop like those three women, Drew hopped on Instagram to share her raw early stage recovery results just 1 week post-op, showing off her snatched waistline while keeping it real about the swelling and healing process. Transformation, Drew revealed her tightly cinched midsection and her compression post-op shaper. Right, the fan still swollen, but these are my results just 1 week after post-op with my shaper on. The transformation is already taking shape. I'm excited to see how everything sells over the next few months. While she did, the mom of three explained that after having her children, now getting her own split, she wants to feel confident in her own skin. She steps back out into the dating world. Internet debates snatched frame versus scar tissue concerns. As soon as the images and videos of Drew's midsection began circulating across wall pages, YouTube commentary channel, social media broke into a fierce debate over her look. There's Drew there. Praise for her snatch frame. Supporters flooded her comments, praising her waistline, celebrating the decision to treat herself to a body overhaul as she closes the chapter of her marriage. The scar tissue and BBL trends on the skin, on the flip side, rather, harsh trolls and commentary channels began picking apart the post-op skin texture, claiming built-up scar tissue and past procedure layers were visible. I would think anybody that went for my nigga, whether you got tummy tuck, you just did one skin, or you did one, butterfly wings, and tiger stripes. There's going to be, there's going to be impacts of the procedure. So like, y'all get on the internet and show y'all fucking bias at that point. All right. Fans stand up for her loyal supporters were quickly shut down. Critics reminded keyboard warriors that lipo-360 recovery takes months for swelling and scar tissue without applying Drew for taking control of her body image. Apparently, honey, whether she's healing for a snap, Drew Sidor is making it clear that she is nursing with her head held high and her waist pulled tight. What do you think about excuse me, what do you think about Drew Sidor's new lipo-360 body transformation? Is she looking good for her post-divorce era? Let's talk about the comments below. Absolutely. Like I said, I think this picture right here, out of all the pictures, this one right here was the best one. Sincere. Like, who gives a fuck? As long as you ain't hurting nobody, you ain't messing around nobody, this, that, and the third, who gives a fuck? Do y'all think Kelli Farrell looks that good naked? No. Do you think Shamea looks that good naked? No. Do you think Pinky looks that good naked? No. Shut the fuck up and let's go on. All right. Thank you very much. So, we'll take a little commercial breaky. We'll be back with more rap this. We are live. Also, it's Drew Sidor Lee. I'm Braylon Lee. We'll be back right after this. Roll it, everybody.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Braylon Lee got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand, and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth, we're free. Trust and believe it's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. And just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green, and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward,
with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mira's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
I'm loving it. McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
I love you that much. I tell you, that means house. Welcome back in that Strusador Lee. I am Lee and glad to have you in here for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, part 2 of the reunion after show. I'm gonna turn my camera now because we done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. What a after show, y'all. You know, listen, I just give it like it is. That don't mean I want anybody to go through hell, but like, come on, you can't expect anybody else to take accountability, but yet you won't ever take accountability for anything that you've done. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Where do they do that at? I don't get it. But you know, try with somebody else. Okay, listen. Oh man. All I keep thinking is when I go to BravoCon, I'm gonna be smooth like a cucumber. Ain't nobody gonna really be messing with me like that. Now, here's the thing about me, right? I am actually a really cool person in real life. And what I mean by that is, like, for example, I went out with some coworkers of mine for one of my coworkers' mom's birthdays, right? And they thought I was going to be talkative and this, that, and the third. I'm just like, no, like, I'm actually cool in real life. Like, I know how to read a room, you know, so I'll be good, BravoCon. You know, I mean, I'm just going to go to the panels and stuff like that. If I, you know, meet people there, I'm hanging out with them at dinner and stuff, then, you know, it is what it is. I definitely will be okay. Because this is the thing, I feel like when you're at BravoCon, it really is just to have fun, you know what I mean, and get to see Bravo up close and personal, and just for you to just be able to have a good time. I mean? So as long as nobody messes with me, I'm not gonna be messing with anybody. You know what I mean? So now, of course, if somebody recognizes me, then I think that'll be the big thing. Like when it gets Q&A on what, like, oh you, Braylon Lee. It's like, oh hell, it's like, yes, I've talked about you probably. What did I say? I'll be like, now wait a minute, hang on a second. There's context to that. I just say that out my mouth because I want to. But anyway. Oh my God. I swear to God, with my life, man. Oh shit. Okay. All right. By the way, I haven't heard from Document Kings in a while about any new court cases. I guess I can look that up real quick. I haven't heard anything about Milagro Grams in a while, so I'm guessing she is broke as a joke. So ciao. Now sometimes you just gotta laugh at some shit. You know what I mean? I just saw somebody go live. I'm just like, really? This is what we're doing after y'all were on her live, on TikTok live. I'm like, okay, this is how you pay somebody? Okay, sure. Well, I guess everything was for a season. Oh my God. By the way, shout out to everybody who's watching the QP trial. Is to figure out who deleted Tupac. So shout out to that. Wow. All right, y'all. Let me read y'all the daily motivator, and then we're gonna head on out here. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed tonight's after show. Here we go, y'all. To be, oh, let me see. Make sure y'all can see it, y'all. There we go. See, yep, right there. Okay. Here we go. To become aware of a single shortcoming in oneself is more useful than to be aware of 1,000 in someone else. Dalai Lama, Kelli, Pharrell, and Shamea Morangi, I need you to listen to those words and swallow them down your throat and take them to your stomach. Those are some good words right there. All right, y'all, here we go. Daily Motivator time for Monday, August 17th, 2026. More than good memories. You'll never exactly duplicate the good experiences of the past, yet you're always able to equal them or exceed them. You can find plenty of inspiration in your positive memories. That inspiration from the past works to power new, fulfilling times of the present. Think of how good you continue to feel about some particularly memorable episode. Consider what you can do going forward to bringing a similar level of enduring joy to yourself and others. Your good memories are evidence of your skills at living well. Strengthen your connection to those skills and apply them to the world at the time you now inhabit. The old days, old friends, old situations may be gone. However, the goodness and values that fuel those treasured times are still available. You know how great life can be when you embrace the positive possibilities. With that knowledge, continue in fresh new ways to make it so. Ralph Morrison. Last night when I did what I did with Spindlewood Station, it really felt like I was in my bag of creativity. I'm always in my bag of creativity, but that live was it literally took what they announced one day after D23 and just said, okay, well, let's just say screw it. They are not doing a good job and fuck them. And let's see if we can do better than them. And we did. Recognize this. When you are trying to figure out what can be good of a memory, recognize that sometimes memories can be made. Remember this first thing, rather. Memories cannot be manufactured. A good memory is a good memory based on time and space and the people that are involved in that memory. Okay, that's the first thing I want to tell you. The second thing I want to tell you is consider what you can do going forward to bring a similar level of enduring joy to yourself and others. A similar level. Some of us try to go back for that high, whatever it was, and child, it was supposed to be there. Like I said, I'm literally laughing at everyone who is trying to talk about the trailer and this, that, and the third, and da 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 da. And it's just mind-boggling to me. Like, so this is what we're doing after all this time of like, man, I've been trying to get out the scepter, this, that, and third, and you get swallowed back in after you said, nope, I'm never watching that show ever again. Nope, because of her. And I'm just like, wow, y'all really trying to go back to that good memory of watching the show? Because I mean, a show that brings you hell when you could just have a heaven and actually talk about other shit. That would be a better option. But hey, listen, what do I know though, right? Anyway, finally, everybody, you know how great life can be when you embrace the positive possibilities. Positivity equals possibilities. Positivity equals possibilities. Positivity equals possibilities. Consequences equal negative. Consequences equal negative. Consequences equal negative. Although, if you cut somebody out your life, there is a good possibility, right, that a consequence of that is somebody's going to be upset with you. I rather take somebody being upset with me that stood up for myself rather than still being around and always feel like, nah, I'm not wanted, right? So, with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do what you know. Never say 1 point, especially because you are always one of us. And trust you may not be where you want to be, but You'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Watch one to call yourself is another chosen. One love, much love, all love. I spend time with you. You spend time with me. Hope I spend time together. Rise and be back together. Always remember where you're radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, but child, you just praying that Pinky should be in and Kelli will not be on the next season of Housewives of Atlanta. Make sure the replay is not just for you watch it, not just for you listen to it, but if you want spirits again. I love you, I value you, I appreciate you all. Always remember, receive love, you gotta give it, receive love, you gotta give it, receive love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you overcome, where success you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. You proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, listen. At the beginning, middle, end of the day, you have to recognize that options are available. But that doesn't mean everything should be available. Just because options are out there doesn't mean that you should take every option seriously. Sometimes just being still, being in peace, and recognizing who you are is the best option of all. Amen. Amen. Worst wicked fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessings on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye. I think tomorrow I'll probably do over the girls trip because the show's on, and I want to see all the way up to the Atlanta episode, just see it through because it looks like this is going to be something interesting. I saw some notifications that said the second episode was kind of boring, but I'll reserve judgment until that time. All right, y'all. One love, much love, all love. Once again, thank you to the one person here. Thank you. Love you. Value. Appreciate you. I feel you. Like I said, I feel the love and send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken-ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus Media Station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where
R&B. J. Howell.
Just 'cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams.